I wore this shirt today on purpose. Today we are talking about co-op, cooperative play, cooperation play. We're talking about co-op. Co-op is a mode where you get together with the homies, or maybe some strangers, and you go against another group of homies, or maybe strangers, and try to beat the ever-loving garbage out of them. Personally, up until this year, I didn't have a ton of experience in co-op, whether that be in MLB The Show or really, period. I don't play a lot of games that offer cooperative play, so this was a new experience for me. I've gone into it with an open mind, and honestly, I've enjoyed the experience. The connections are always terrible, and freezes happen constantly. But other than that, co-op is a ton of fun. Co-op is also very telling. Co-op is where you can find out which one of your friends is a video game goon, an MLB The Show demon, or which one of your friends is shit. So today, let's have some fun. We always have some fun on Whiteboard Wednesday. Thank you guys for coming back to check out another week of this no gameplay involved MLB The Show series that'll hopefully make you laugh. But today we're talking about 5 types of co-op teammates you might encounter in co-op play. Why did I say co-op twice? You don't interact with co-op people in solo rank seasons. What is your You are so stupid. These are not the only type of co-op teammates that exist. I'm sure you'll come up with others, because a lot of you are probably a lot smarter than I am. So feel free to comment down below which types of co-op teammates maybe I didn't get to. Maybe there'll be a part 2 to this video. Who knows? First up, we have the wild card. And the wild card is the teammate who cares not about his or her record, cares not about team performance, and certainly does not care about making it a hell game for either his teammates or opponents. Sometimes I like to be the wild card. It adds a little zest, you know? Not everything needs to be serious, especially when we're playing on low difficulties against obviously bad players. The wild card will throw, I don't know, up in the zone curveballs and sliders and circle changeups. The wild card will try to make diving plays when you don't have to. The wild card is trying to do anything possible to just make things interesting. The wild card is also the first person to get the blame if somehow your team loses even though it shouldn't. They are they're not even the scapegoat. Scapegoat implies there's no fault. They're at fault 100%. They should own it. In an ideal scenario, your team would not be comprised of multiple of the free swinger. If you're on a team of free swingers, you're not going to have much fun in co-op. You're never going to see a strike. You're never going to get a hit. You're never going to get a win. Free swingers don't go up to the plate with a plan. Zero plan. They are up there swanging at everything, hoping they hit something. Instead, you should be a composed at-bat. You should go in with a plan. Oh, this pitcher likes to throw fastballs away. That's what I'm going to swing at. I'm not going to swing if it's anything else. This, of course, applies across all online game modes, but especially in co-op, because you have to make at-bats count. And if it's a 2v2, and one teammate's very good, and the other teammate's very bad, this person is going to hurt their chances of winning because the other guy wants more at-bats. The free swinger has got to at least connect once. Like, if you're the free swinger, you better put a ball or two over the fence in a 9-inning game. Otherwise, you are essentially worthless. There's always one idiot who doesn't know how to field. The defensive liability is kind of like a twofold definition here. Number one, if you're playing 3v3, it's sometimes kind of hard to keep track of who's doing what. Who's playing outfield, who's playing infield, is the catcher controlled by the pitcher? If you throw a cutoff from the outfield, who's the cutoff man? Is it the infielder or is it the outfielder? We know all the answers to these questions, but like I said, it's hard to keep up. So there will be very routine can of corn, fly balls into center field, where Mike Trout just stands there like this. Because you forgot to be the outfielder and go catch the damn ball. The defensive liability could also just be the person who's yet to figure out how to throw the damn ball. And there are errors, and there are picks that first basemen aren't making, and there's just free base runners abound everywhere. The bases are loaded constantly because you can't field. You guys know how like every group of friends, no matter if it's big, small, men, women, children, aunties, uncles, old people, doesn't matter. There's always one person, at least one person, but normally just one, who's like unreasonably good at things. Everything. Doesn't matter if it's the first time they're doing it, the 100th time they're doing it. For some reason, they're just naturally good at everything. The clutch god is kind of similar. If it's the 8th or 9th inning and you're down by a run, it doesn't matter how well or poorly this person has performed up to that point. They will clutch up, get the big hit the ball over the fence, maybe they're pitching, they strike out the side. It doesn't matter. Throw past performances out the window. I'm in a basement and don't have a window, but I'll create one just to throw them out the window. The clutch god, if you're in Discord, in a late moment, is like, hey, everybody, shut the F up. I gotta lock in. They get about this close to the monitor, and they're like, I got this. Every co-op team needs to have at least one insane pitcher, Dotimus Prime, if you will. This person, doesn't matter if they're using pulse, meter, pinpoint, analog, whatever other modes might exist. I don't know what this means. They are throwing hot, steamy dots anywhere in the strike zone. Every single pitch they're throwing for a strike, doesn't matter if you're using Paul Blackburn, who's got insane control, or Bob Feller, who pitches with his eyes closed. Dotimus Prime is the one who's bailing you out after you suck and let up 4 home runs the previous inning. Without Dotimus Prime, co-op teams don't get wins. If you don't have a friend who's good at pitching, and you're not good at pitching, you better practice, because you're not going to win in co-op, especially with the way hitting is, if you can't pitch at least a little bit. Thank you guys so much for making it to the end of another Whiteboard Wednesday. I know this video was a little bit shorter. It's kind of how it is sometimes. If you don't like it, give me more ideas, and we can make longer videos. I'm down for it. I'm here. I'm ready to give you what you want to watch. If you haven't subscribed yet, I don't know what your problem is. Make sure you subscribe. Ramon even followed me on Twitter. See, I said this is the second time I've had it in this video. Follow me on Twitter. Be like Ramon. Ramon is cool. And that'll do it, guys. I'll talk to you next week.